Hi, I'm Brad. I talked to you before about regular knives and a lot of things like that and all your kitchen tools and some of the yard tools and everything. Let's go back here for just a minute and let's take a look here at a little bit larger pruners. Okay, these are like $22, $25 and when they get dull, it's $22 to $25 that you're not going to have if you go out and buy another pair of pruners like this. So let's teach you how to sharpen these, keep them sharp. Again, it's always better if you just tune them up a little bit, tune them up a little bit. Let's say you go out and use them for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is. Touch them up just a little bit, with your sharpener as you're using them, then they don't get dull and you don't have to push harder. The harder you have to push on these, the more likely you are to actually separate these blades. If you tweak that blade hard enough, they're done, unless you take and hammer them back, bend them, take them apart, bend them, and fix them, okay? So it's better off if you just take the handy sharp out of your pocket and sharpen these, keep them sharp, and then when you're done with them, take just a minute, sharpen them back up and put them back on the shelf. That way the next time you go to pick them up, if this is the guy using them, the wife, the daughter, somebody that actually does pruning, if they pick them up, you're not going to have a dull pruner for the next person to pick up and try to use. So just touch them up with this. And what we're going to do is they're a lot like this right here. Basically they're the same thing. These do have a little bit of a serrated edge blade right here. It's actually kind of rounded and bumpy. The purpose for that is, I'm sure, is the little bumps kind of bite into the limb and let the limb just stay right here while this blade comes down and cuts it off. So this would be a hard sharpen, but because the handy sharp corners follow the contour of the factory grind, and that's going to look something like this. Just not too hard. Now we're just going to do it in one motion, just like that. Let it bump right on through. You're going to be 90 degrees to this flat. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard to show you, but just like this. This angle and the angle of the blade on the sharpener is 90 degrees. That puts it flat here. I'm going to turn it back up and just do this. Don't go too fast, let it bump in the holes and straighten that out. Now we're going to turn it over, lay it flat this way, and do that. Now you have a 90-degree corner here. We fixed that. We're going to go over here to this blade. It's flat, it's ground, and then it's a sharp bevel to the flat, creating a sharp point here to pass by the 90-degree corner, just like this, and cut. Tip this one up, put it on the corner of the sharpener, and slide, just like that. Don't come up here and dig at it. Brush it with about twice the weight of the tool. I'm applying pressure with my thumb this way, just like that. If you're going to touch it on the back because I can't get it flat, take your middle finger off of it and do this. Just touch. You don't want to bevel this side. You want that side to be flat, beveled, sharp corner. Let's see if my pruners act like my other pruners here. Guess what? There's just a little too much gap between the blades. But you know what? It puts a really serious kink in the paper. That means that the blades are almost close enough together. Let's see here. And I didn't press hard. The white is my fingernail. That means it's sharp. All you got to do is sharpen them, don't replace them. We have a couple other styles of sharpeners. Here's the three. We call this one the poker chip. This is the rectangle. And this I call the long handle. You might get away with calling them small, medium, and large. If you have a keychain sharpener that goes everywhere your keys go, and it's lightweight, very pocketable, no V-notch, just the open face. If you get lost, stranded, stuck out somewhere, and you have your keys, and you have this sharpener, Isn't that a lot better than looking for the right kind of a rock to sharpen your knife? You get lost, stranded, stuck out somewhere hunting, and you got a razor sharp knife when you leave the pickup, and you don't have anything to sharpen it with in a very short time. If you're depending on that knife for your life, the cutting edge is going to be gone. When I go hiking or something, I don't normally have all these keys. What I normally have is the key ring, my ignition key, and the sharpener. Therefore, everywhere my key goes, so does the sharpener. If I really need that sharpener, it better be in my pocket, and it is with my keys. This little guy here is just a little bit bigger. It does have the V-notch on it, has the key ring and the open face. I actually took one of my set of keys. I took all the other keys off, the key ring itself. This would be kind of a key ring effect here. And I just put my key on it. Now I have one that I can use, the V-notch and the open face. So you have the long handle, the rectangle, and the little, we call them poker chip actually, the little round one. All of them have a satisfaction guarantee. You break it, tear it up. I don't pay for them if you lose them. I'm sorry, but that's your fault, and you replace it. If you break it, tear it up, show me that you've still got it, but it doesn't work because it's broken, or maybe you think it's worn out, I'll replace it free and I pay the postage. Handy Sharp, which is basically me. I stand behind every one of these products 100%. I just want you satisfied. Well, thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoyed seeing how Handy Sharps work, a little introduction to Handy Sharp. Even though they've been around for 26 years, most of the people that I sell to look at it and say, wow, this is new. I say, it might be new to you, but they've been around 26 years. So that's Handy Sharp. We'll talk to you later, and thanks a lot for coming by.